Every summer we see a spike in the population, and this is throughout the country, that shelters and rescues will see a spike in numbers. It so happens that last year that spike kind of never went down, and we went through a extended period of time where we had a high population, and then we had to take just emergency action and emergency measures to make sure that we were able to care for those that urgently needed our help and had space available for those pets. So Miami-Dade County Animal Services receives approximately 30,000 animals, dogs and cats, every year. And the ones that tend to stay here the longest are your medium and large sized dogs. So those are the ones that we're always trying to bring attention to. They have the hardest time finding their forever families. And at the end of the day, that's our mission, to make sure that all of the pets that come into our care are able to live their best lives with their new families.
Flora also told me about animals other than dogs that you can find at the shelter.
So we do have a lot of cats. Of course, there's always more dogs than there are cats, because a lot of community cats that are in, they live in families throughout our neighborhood. So they're not really considered domesticated as much as your dogs are. There's a lot of cats that do very, very well out in the neighborhood. Free roaming cats, that aren't owned by any particular individual, and they do very well in the community. Dogs, on the other hand, tend to be more reliant on their humans for their care, and so we see a lot more dogs than we do cats.
Lastly, Flora gave me some tips on what we can do to help out the situation.
It is so easy to find your new best friend, and of course we always encourage you to adopt, don't shop, make adoption your only option. When you're adding a new family member, all you do is come into the Pet Adoption and Protection Center. We're open 7 days a week starting at 10 a.m. You come in, you search through our gallery of pets. It's very, very friendly environment that we have here, and once you find a few that you think that you are a good match with, of course always looking at your lifestyle and their characteristics to make sure that you're a good match. You do a meet and greet. If you find that match, you just go to the front of the shelter, process the adoption, and you can take that new best friend home the very same day. And those pets all come with their microchip, with their sterilization surgery. They are dewormed, they have age-appropriate vaccines, and all of that for very, very low cost. We're here in Doral at 3599 Northwest 79th Avenue, and like I said, we are open 7 days a week, so we're here, we're waiting for you, and so is your new best friend. Maybe Spice will still be here and you can take him home.
The next time you're thinking